never had any intention or aspiration to grow plants or be in a nursery or anything like that. I grew up in the concrete jungle of Southern California, and I never saw any plants unless my dad was asking me to mow the yard. Over the first few years, I sort of expected that I was just going to go off and get a real job. I'll work at the father-in-law's business for a year or something, and then after I've won the daughter, then I'll go get a real job. But over the years, it's also having Stephanie's dad mentoring me and looking me right in the eye and saying, "Man, I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job." And he let me have it. It was his business, and he let me work in it so that he could go out into the greenhouse with Stephanie and do what he really loved, which was to have his fingers in the soil. Just enjoying talking to people in the process of doing that. The pixie dust to it all was Steph's mom, Lana. She just loved all of us. She loved all of the crew as though they were her kids. We experienced our growing up in our marriage, Stephanie and I, in the context of being under the shepherd and the shadow of Al and Lana. And it's sacred ground. Britton Nursery is sacred ground. Well, our motto is cultivating love and life. And I think as our world continues to kind of spin towards the technological advancements and people experiencing things more virtually, I see Britton Nursery as a place where people can experience life more actually, in the sense of the tangible, the touch.
It's the intangibleness of God's creation that man has nothing to do with, that brings something that the spirit and the heart have to have. And to be in flowers and in soil and in a garden, it brings hope without any words. We have to have beauty. We have to have beauty. That's why New York City has Central Park. You have to have something green because you cannot live in concrete. You cannot live in anything artificial for a long period of time without your soul dying. And so it's so important to do that for our city, to grow plants, to sell plants.
But our intention is that when the plants leave the nursery, that mission would extend beyond the walls and the fences of Britton Nursery into the gardens and the yards of the people that are in our community.
Really, it's not that people want a beautiful yard, it's that people need hope.
I want Britton Nursery to be a beacon of light that proclaims that the true wealth that we can accumulate in the earth is given to us by God, and that it comes in relationship and fellowship with Him and with people.
How do we set up a framework of relating to one another that causes each person to be honored and to be loved and to be accepted and to be respected?
The evidence of what we're doing, I think, is shown in our people.
I love the people here, and I think part of it is that I've been taken care of. I feel like most people feel that way here too, because I like coming to work, and I used to never be able to say that.
I can come and work the entire summer, and I feel like I'm rejuvenated, and I'm ready to go back and engage with shorter elementary school people versus the tall ones that I work with. I think it speaks to the restfulness of this place that I can come and work, and I love it.
Some people are really happy, some people are sad. I've worked multiple places and nobody cares about that. It's about production and making money, and it's one thing I love about the nursery is it is not about that here.
There is some secret sauce.
It's about the relationships.
And the way Stephanie's dad used to say it is the proof is in the pudding.
This place is sacred ground. We've always believed that if our primary purpose was to bless people, then everything else would take care of itself. Yes, we always have to earn a living, but we think there are purposes and priorities that go beyond that.
What we do is sacred work that gives all the glory to Him.
Flowers embody beauty that is heavenly because it's not man-made. It's nothing cultivated by human ingenuity.
The mission of Britton Nursery is to share the gift of God's creative beauty in the landscape of our community by handcrafting a healthy home for our perennials and for the people who tend them. And so a mission like that is something that, to me, the sky is the limit.